Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what was out there, and got a lot of very cool creations to take a look at. Some HV and SV love this week as well. So most of the creations actually are one of those two types. There's a couple CVs though, of course. So the very first creation here is the Prism Reforged Eden by Ente, and a really cool HV tank. Love the color scheme on it, kind of blending in some texture lights, a fairly bright white, as well as some different shades of gray for different armor plating pieces, and just some breakups in the overall hull design and things like that. It is using a prefab cockpit in the center area here. Really cool block work around that cockpit, I gotta say too. This how it kind of angles up at the front here. Really kind of fits that. Kind of makes the cockpit look like it's a entirely different piece, more or less, despite being a prefab. Now the prefabs do have a lot of advantages in the game too, or some advantages. Big one has to do with the amount of hit points they've got versus the standard blocks and glass that you could put on a HV or SV. So they typically will have a lot more hit points. So yeah, very cool looking tank though. I love it also appears to have an interior on it, which is really slick here. So as in its main weaponry here, it looks like it's running actually 12 laser cannons here. So fixed laser cannons. You do have two looks like rocket turrets towards the back. This is an actual long range radar as well for Reforged Eden. Um, and we do have some spotlights mounted in there as well. Just, yeah, great looking aesthetics all the way around on this tank. I am kind of curious on some of the other specs. Well, we'll look at them in a little bit here. But, yeah, awesome looking tank again. So here, let me adjust the lighting. And I will get out of God mode and take a walk inside of here and see what's going on. Try to go semi-dark, but not super dark on the outside. So, oh, come on, let me walk up there. Do it. There we go. All right, so interior space. Oh, this looks awesome too. I like the floor work using that texture there. Kind of looks like I don't know. It looks fairly realistic that way with the floor texturing materials and things like that. So inside we've got a lot of function. Obviously we got a secure cockpit as well, as well as the one that you see on the outside of the creation. And we got our armor locker and a clone chamber. And it looks like we got an RCS kind of embedded back over to the side there. Trauma station. Looks like we've got a... yeah, that's got to be a constructor. It just looks really cool how it's painted. I love the matching color scheme on the constructor versus the hull and interior colors. On the other side, we got our main core. Looks like a CPU block. Our HV shield, Pentaxa tank, some storage controllers on either side of the cockpit area. I love these LCD displays up on here as well. That looks great. How they were positioned on that kind of a half wedge block, or well, one of those unique blocks that are in the game. And over on the other side, we got O2, and it looks like we also have room for additional CPU parts and things like that in this corner back over here. You can see that there's a lot of storage controllers in the area as well from some of the texturing. And actually on both sides it looks like you've got places to add in CPU blocks. You could certainly fit a 1x3 generator in there. A number of different parts that would serve as upgrades for the tank here. So let's take a look at some numbers here. Let me get that. And to start with, unlock level 20. We're size class 2 on this one. 65 forward, 19 strafing, 32 reverse. And obviously it doesn't go up and down due to its HV. We got, oh, there's 2 minigun turrets on here too. I missed those. I got to find those. 2 missile turrets, 12 laser cannons, and long range radar. It's running a lot of RCS on this unit here, or on this tank. And I just wanted to take a look at some of the stats here. So our yaw is pretty good actually, 39 there, and that probably has a lot to do with what the RCS are doing is allowing you to turn quicker, which is, I would certainly say, especially for an HV, the most important stat, beyond your main numbers, would be your turning rate. The faster you can do that, the the faster you can like strafe around targets and get out of the way and things like that. So it's a really good option on a HV to have strong yaw on there. So 4-hour and 42-minute build time on that. CPU wise, it's right there on the yeah, just a smidgen over. This won't make any difference whatsoever, and it's not even it's under a Core 9 by a little bit. It still uses a fair amount of CPU, but it's got like, if you put in the additional core block that's not here, which is probably another advanced CPU core, I would guess, it would you'd have plenty of CPU to add some more stuff to the creation without getting into the quantum or auxiliary realm of things. Storage wise, looks like we got a really meaty ammo controller on here at just under 25K, which is a lot. Really good option for a tank. And we got another storage controller on here, which is again just under 25K for your standard storage. So a lot of storage on here. Actually, just a little under 50K total between the ammo and the regular storage. And of course, we got a fridge on board as well. I think I missed it on the interior. Here, let me take a walk back out of here. Actually, I'm going to get back into God mode. And there's 2 mystery turrets here I want to find. Let me make sure we're all fired up here. I think we are. Get this off the ground a little bit. Maybe they're on the bottom side, and that's probably not seeing them here. Or they're just super sneaky. Where in the heck are they? They're probably right in front of my face, and I can't see them or something. Get the lights on too. Maybe it's try to come up with excuses on why I cannot seem to find these minigun turrets. The blueprint said they were there. I gotta believe the blueprint's not lying. So that means there's a couple minigun turrets. Ah, there they are. Oh, that's a sneaky spot. I totally missed that. So yeah, a couple of them right on the bottom side, kind of aiming sideways over here. Didn't expect that. That's an unusual place for turrets, and they sort of, yeah, unless you're really looking for them, they really don't stand out at all. But that could be kind of helpful too, to shoot a lot of the like if you're attacking POIs and stuff on the ground, it could shoot a lot of the ground guys that might be in the area and things like that to either side of the tank, where most of your weaponry, especially with your laser cannons, are all forward firing, and then obviously you got the rocket turrets, which are gonna hit everything all around you, including some drones, anything behind you, and of course, if you're targeting the POI with them, would take out some other enemy turrets and things like that as well. So very cool creation. One last thing I just wanted to look at real quick is the shield on here, 3780 on the stock shield. And we do have a P menu option for spotlights, which is awesome. I'd love to see that. I love to see, you know, it's not bad putting spotlights on a creation. It's just really nice to have a quick toggle switch to turn them on and off. I found in the game too, a lot of times, even if it's dark out, if you turn on the fog lights, and if it's foggy out, it actually makes it harder to see than if they were off. So it's really nice just to have that option to turn them on or off. So again, very cool creation here. This is the Prism Reforged Eden by Ente. Awesome work again. So next creation here, this is a small SV here. This is the Racer Scout by Stubob, I believe, or STUB0B. Really cool looking small creation using the X-Wing style 2-block wide cockpit. Obviously this one was designed to take into account Battlestar Galactica with the Vipers, and it's definitely meeting. It definitely looks good. Definitely, I mean, it's not a really big creation or anything like that, but the shape and general design on it, I think, look really sleek and cool. So high perks to the coolness factor on this one, definitely. As of that, it looks like it would be fairly inexpensive. A couple miniguns on the sides here. Cool looking landing gear on there. And you'll have to see what other options it might have or not have on inside. I don't think this one's going to have a warp drive. It just physically does not look, you know, big enough to put in a warp drive. We'll see if it has some other parts in there. But yeah, very cool looking creation here. Definitely like that. So one other thing too, and why I got this out, if you sub this creation, the name on the workshop blueprint is Razor Scout, but the actual name of the creation is Dart Viper. So if you're looking for Razor Scout and doing a search for that, your blueprints, you won't find it. And I had that problem. That's why I'm pointing it out, is that there's a name difference there. So if you sub it, you'll find it in your blueprint list by looking up Dart Viper and not Razor Scout. So I just wanted to point that out. Anyway, let's take a look at some numbers here. So we are unlocked level 7. So yeah, definitely more of a starter type creation. It looks like it too. 0.18 on size class, so really, really small. 49 forward, 11 strafing, 92 lift. That's got a lot of lift on this. 70 reverse and 22 down. 17 minute and 55 second build time. Running 2 Gatling guns and a detector on here. So yeah, almost besides 5 titanium, which is like nothing, and that's a really easy material to come across anyway, even on a starter planet. Yeah, definitely a starter, kind of a light scout type of SV. Got a couple Gatling guns, so you could probably deal with the occasional drone or other smaller hostile things out there. It does have 1 RCS on here as well. CPU wise, it's just running. God, is that even a basic? I think that's just a standard core, so it's only using 4600, well 4601 of 6000 as your baseline CPU, which is really, really inexpensive. Again, it's just one of those great really early game creations, and you could use something like this in later game too if you want to scout out a planet. Look for POIs that you might want to engage with maybe other creations or even this. It all depends what you want to do. But very, very nice looking ship here. So on other numbers, let's see. Let's take a look at its storage. So we got an ammo controller at 125, and that is it. So yeah, in this case, with a couple Gatling guns, the ammo is very lightweight, and you can get actually quite a bit of ammo in 125 storage space. So that works out good too. I mean, if this thing had a bunch of other turrets and rocket turrets on it, I would say it would need more ammo storage, but it doesn't. So it actually it works out great, keeps the cost down. You could carry plenty enough ammo for the 2 Gatling guns in there, and yeah, looks like a great creation to just spawn in really early game and use it to get around, scout everything, shoot up occasional things. I'll probably go after animals and drones, and of course Xerox, Racks, not Ox, Racks, Xerox. I always like to call them like they're a copy machine, but anyway, that's just me. I screw up words a lot. Anyway, again, this is the official name, Razor Scout by Stu Bob. Very, very cool small starter SV. Definitely has a good practical function there and looks really cool on top of that. So the next creation here, this is the Tsar Triton Frigate by Tsar. Really cool looking CV in this case. Pretty interesting. I'm noticing that it does have some front docking mounts on it too. So I gotta assume that this was kind of designed maybe to work with another creation and kind of park in a particular way on that creation. It also, of course, has regular landing gear, so you can park it down on a standard landing pad or on the ground or wherever else. But it kind of has that stealth look to it with the color scheme on here, which is pretty much like a flat dark grays and black general look to it, and with some kind of greenish texture lights on there, which give it a nice accent as well. And some little detail things like these little blocks over here doing some more like lights on it. So weaponry, looks like that's kind of in various places on the hull here. So obviously we got a turret mount over there. By the looks of the hull design too, although I don't see like markings dedicated for that, probably trying to keep the hull nice and clean with that flat black look. You could certainly probably add more turrets to this creation from what it has as well. It looks like there's a lot of opportunities to plug out some more guns and things like that. Now over here we do have, it looks like an artillery launcher, and I do believe that's a laser cannon right there. Just want to make sure of that. Yeah, advanced laser cannon and artillery. Again, there's some other parts that share the same model, so unless I get out the multi-tool and actually look at it, I couldn't be certain of what some of the guns or mining drills or whatnot are, and that's kind of why I do that. So going around the backside, oh, that's a really cool looking thruster housing there. I love that that overall back design with these two kind of more complex shapes over here that are 22.5 angled in. That really works for the ship, really does. And there's a lot of thrusters in there, and the thruster bank looks really cool. It might be, well, we'll see how the numbers come out. It looks like it would have a lot of forward thrust on here, and some pretty big strafing thrusters as well. Big XL or drive thrusters for that. Or no, actually maybe they're not. These are, yeah, that's not the biggest there. This one is not either, is it? Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, that's a 3x3 there. Well, it looks like we got some doors that will open up over on the sides. We got a pretty big lift thrusters down over here as well. Oh, and actually more up on the front area of the ship. Really cool looking ship. The overall hull design, I love that back end on it too. That looks really cool. And the top down profile is again really slick. Nice design work on that. So on the back, it does look like we have a entry point. I might come in one of the side doors as well, but that kind of looks like that obviously is going to open up. I guess we're going to see that from the inside. Let me get positioned over here, and I'll get out of God mode a second and adjust the lighting. Take a look on the interior, see what makes this tick. We're pretty dark there. Let's try to find a happy medium there. A little bit of light. Trying to get rid of that pink effect. I don't think that will do many of these creations justice. So yeah, coming into the hangar here, so pretty slick. So you can kind of pass through the hangar from either side. We do obviously have a repair bay on the inside here, and it looks like our repair console's right in front there. That's kind of a neat setup for that. So it kind of looks like you can kind of walk. Yeah, repair bay kind of noted right there. Walk right over here, kind of see through this window at it actually doing the repair. Cool looking glass formation over to the side over there. Looks like it's securing in some ship parts like the shield and pentaxi tank in this room. It does look like there's like a computer console in there too. I don't know if there's a separate access door. Oh yeah, there is, right over here. So yeah, we can walk in here and do our upgrades and things like that as well. Looks very cool. So what do we got? Let's go through this door. Actually, we got doors all over the place, but that looks like it's an elevator. Oh, look at this. We're getting into some pretty big CPU here, I think. So we've got a bunch of auxiliary cores in here. So I'd say, what is that, about 10? I think that is your max limit on auxiliary cores. So, over on this area, obviously a lot of room probably for some quantum cores or other types of CPU additions as well. And then on the other side over here, we do have our warp drive, which makes a lot of sense. We got the shield on the other side of the ship there. And obviously there are some elevators here. I'm going to take those. I'm going to try to go forward first and then eventually get back to those elevators. Trying to get one deck at a time here. So we've got some security personnel in the area. Another way up to the bridge, and yeah, okay, so constructors are upstairs as well as the bridge. Makes a lot of sense. We've got a med bay right over here. I like the labeling on that. It certainly is very obvious what would be in this hallway here. Really bright lighting in here. Almost feels like you're getting UV'd as you walk in, or in other words, if you had any germs on you, they'd be fried. Oh my goodness, especially in here. It's kind of a cool effect though. It really looks different from the norm. Running some really high intensity lights in here. But yeah, obviously a medical bay with all the medical equipment and things in there, plus our shower. Oh, that's really interesting. That's actually a clone chamber inside a separate door there. Kind of a nice display for that. Do we have our standard medical bay in here though? Didn't actually see that, or O2, but maybe that's right on the outside over here too. Yeah, there we go. That's right there, and yeah, O2 on the other side. So yeah, but it makes total sense. Kind of right in the center of the ship there. Oh, and yeah, check this out. Then we've got our toilet and our shower over here. So this is all part of the medical bay, obviously, since we walked in there. And it's pretty high capacity, actually. Very, very cool medical bay. I like that. It's got all the stuff, too. All right, so let's go. Man, we got a lot of places to go on this ship here. Let's go to this area, which is, say, in the mining cab. And obviously, well, maybe not obviously. Let's see what this looks like. This is going to have a nice focus here on mining. This is a little bit of a walk out to the mining area here. Wow, constructors. So I think we made our way up to the second floor anyway. And here would be the mining cab. You know what? I want to check something in the P menu area. So we do have quite a few options here. Repair bay, tool turret. I'm going to turn a lot of this stuff on for the sake of showing it. I was just kind of curious. Oh, okay. So that opened up. So we do have visibility out the front window for mining. This is a really wild setup here. So there's got to be some mining drills here. And nice first-person view, so you can fly the ship around and do the mining. It looks like these turrets would kind of go on the inside of the front blockwork out there. Yeah, very cool. I like the the whole insides look really nicely done too, colored and textured, things like that. Nice LCD work. Just a nice amount of detail throughout the ship here. And okay, so we're definitely up on the mid deck on the ship. So this would be where the production is. That's a cool looking setup. Look at it. This thing has a lot of production on it. Interesting. I like how they're kind of recessed down into the floor like that with the walkways or the railings in front of it there. So yeah, quite a few advanced constructors, 4 advanced constructors, 8 small constructors in that general area there. Got some other things. Oh wow, we got a farm as well. Man, oh wait a minute. Constructors / farm. So there should be a farm on this deck as well, and some different storage controllers, things like that. And then back over here, obviously we got a gravity generator, kind of also glassed off. A lot of protection elements there in case you get trying to avoid chain reaction explosions if any of these parts get hit with anything significant. Yeah, I got stuck in here a second. Here, let's. I'm still. Oh, there's our farm. Yeah, I won't doubt if there's one on the other side. We'll have to check out the other side. It might be asymmetrically done here, but yeah, pretty good size. Looks like we got 36 grow plots right in this general area here. Plus, of course, got a fridge in the area and our food processor as well. And what do we got down this corridor? Oh, wow. Didn't realize all this would be here too. This is like this whole hallway set up here. We got a back engineering room. Probably taking a look at thruster mount positions and things like that. Very cool. So yeah, this ship is actually quite large. It's a little deceiving. It's the way it's laid out. It doesn't look that terribly big, but as you can see, there's quite a bit of space on the interior here. And then we got our front engineering rooms here. It looks like more thruster access ports and things like that. It's interesting how that kind of the hull is kind of shaped around here. It kind of gives it some extra immersion going on there. It's just really, really cool. Turn off the light here again. Crew Carters. And bridge. Okay, so this is going to go up to the next deck. Hold on, I want to check out the farming situation here. So we've seen there was one 36 grow plot farm here, and I just wanted to see if the other side also had that, and it very well might. But, or maybe it is different over here. Certainly looks different on the other side here, doesn't it? So, wow, what do we got going on here? Oh, we got like a whole cafeteria or lounge. I came in through a weird corridor through the kitchen, it looks like. A cool looking LCD there. Ozone certified franchise. Nice. And yeah, wow. Front engineering. So yeah, okay. So we do have a 36 grow plot farm. On the other side, we have the Ozone Resto Bar and Grill with a bunch of different drinks and meals of Empyrion style food, which is always fun. Empyrion certainly has some fun foods in it, or fun food names at least. Very cool. I do like the asymmetrical approach here too. It would have been really easy for the author to just, keep symmetry on and just throw grow plots on the other side as well. But that breakup and all the work done in the really nice looking cafeteria is always welcome as well. That's kind of fun to explore a ship that way. So let's go up to deck 3 here. So we should be getting right up to the bridge, and that is where we ended up at. So a nice first-person bridge here. You got some LCDs. Looks like some indicators, like if you have long-range radar online and fixed weapons are activated. That's really cool, kind of putting that heads-up LCD display right in the glass there in front of you. That's our elevator again, kind of looking down to the lower floor. And then I believe out the back here should get us to, oh no, that's not what I thought. I thought we were going to walk out to a landing pad here, but no, this is definitely not that. So we got an overlook over the hangar there, some more NPC crew, and some seats. And a logbook, wow. A lot of detail going on in here, very nice. Yeah. So yeah, keep your history, combat experience, any kills you can put on the logbook. That's it's a pretty cool idea actually. Then we got an SV platform. What is going on with this? Oh yeah, cool. I didn't even notice this when I was down in the hangar. So it kind of looks like this just works our way to the hangar down the back elevators there. It looks really cool though. I like the walking above the glass on the floor, and there's a neat way to do it there. Let's what's going on this way? Okay, and this is just back down to the bridge area. Okay, makes sense. And out to the outer corridors. I like how the decks are kind of arranged too, where they're not going up like this is kind of like in the mid floor between this room or like a half flight of stairs up, which is kind of cool. I like how it sits on the ground there. Not to mention too with the overall deco of the ship here, the marble floor texture or this flat floor texture actually is kind of working out pretty good. Gives it that glossy feel to it, pretty fancy. Yeah, it kind of fits with the whole stealth kind of look to the creation. And then our main core looks like it's right there, kind of, again, covered up around some armor glass. We do also have some blast doors on the hangar bay there. Yeah, cool look at, again, all the LCD work looks great, too. I like that's everything's very indicated on where you're going in the ship here. Anyway, let's get out of here a second and turn on some lights again. Take a look at some numbers. Obviously, we got a lot more turrets on here than a bunch of retractable turrets in the hull of the ship here as well. I'm wondering if I shouldn't try to turn all these on here. Yeah, let's just do that so we can see them all. Oh, well, some of these are big. That's an artillery turret right there. All right, so unlock level 25, size class 13. 39 forward, 11 strafing, 35 lift, 17 reverse, 9 down, 24 fuel tanks, 28 oxygen tanks. Quite a barrage of weaponry on here. So I can understand where all the CPU blocks are in place. It does have a lot of production, a lot of weaponry, mining functionality, farming. So it's kind of like it can do a lot of things. Obviously, it's going to need a fair amount of estrum and zacosium, 31 hour and 47-minute build time. Then you do have those 10 aux cores in this particular ship too, probably to balance out the CPU, in which it's doing. So it does need the 10 aux cores, but yeah, you do get quite a lot in the ship here. It looks like it's pretty combat worthy, plus it will take care of all your other survival needs. And plus you got the hangar and things, so you can move some other creations around with you as well. Storage, let's take a look at that here. So we've got, oh, nicely labeled in here. So we've got 1.1.1, okay, and this is probably done, so these are up at the top so they don't get lost in the list there. So we got a 320 in and out over here. Farm, okay, that's just a fridge. Ozone fridge, that would be obviously another fridge. We got a lot of these others here too. So CVBA, it's another 320 there. One for HV, another 320, and another 320. So we're at 6 320s so far. Obviously, we got a couple ammo controllers in here. It looks like 320 each as well. And I think beyond that, the rest of these kind of look like other kinds of boxes or containers, things like that. So what I would say is we got 8 total 320Ks. I was curious, so if it did have a harvest storage on here somewhere. I didn't see that. Obviously, but it's nicely labeled, so I'm not like guessing too much. Obviously, these are closets. We got a repair station, and what are these over here? I guess interesting. So yeah, I'm not, unless I'm missing it, I'm not seeing a harvest bay. Let me just take a look one more time at the loadout. I want to see if we actually had any harvesting items on here. Maybe I got that wrong. One, we got a retractable multi-turret there for salvaging. But we had that miner set up there too. Retractable laser turrets. Missile turrets. Oh yeah, we got 2 drill modules too. Okay, so the 2 of those plus the multi-turret. Probably would need a harvest bay, or obviously you've got a lot of bays on here. You could probably convert one to a harvest, unless I missed it. I mean, if I missed that, I apologize. I didn't really mean to miss it there. And oh yeah, this last, I didn't really notice this either. This back door, I kind of came in through the side doors of the hangar, but it does have actually like this. Oh, that's what it was talking about with the SV dock. Where the walkway kind of walked around probably and comes out over to this spot, which is actually like another hangar door and an SV landing pad over there. Oh, very, very cool. Yeah, nice ship. Generally, just really cool. Again, I love the back end of it too. That is a cool looking thruster setup there. So again, this is the Tsar Triton frigate by Tsar. Very, very cool. So the next creation here, this one didn't have much information about it. It was in a different language too. I did translate that, so I cannot pronounce the words in the native language. But this is the Ranger by Santana. So really wild looking SV, just very, very unique looking. It's cool. I don't know what it reminds me of, but I just do think it looks very, very neat. Unusual design here with these big wing, or I don't know what these are, but big leg, wing pieces, accessories on the sides over there. A lot of weaponry on here as well. You can see the rocket launchers and some, looks like some either plasma or whatnot, laser turrets. Interesting too, because we do have a prefab cockpit, but it also looks like we have a interior cockpit on here as well. Yeah, you know, that's the kind of thing. It almost kind of reminds me a little bit of a mech in a way, but not really. So it's hard classification on this one to try to figure out exactly what's going on here. But yeah, it looks really, really cool. I love the design work on it. And the color scheme actually works really well for it too, with the blue, and then you got your like whiter color and then a gray in there. So everything kind of blends nicely. The color scheme. And again, yeah, pretty much like some kind of attack craft here for sure. Definitely a lot of weaponry, and you could have looks like a couple pilots as well, or more than one person can be in this creation at the same time. Take a look at the top-down view of it. Yeah, again, looks really cool. Interesting too, the way the thrusters are all placed over here on the side for like the strafing thrusters and whatnot. So it doesn't look like it's well, you know, there are a couple larger thrusters here for forward. See what it's got for like lift thrust on here. They might be on the bottom of the feet. I do have landing gear down there. I actually got this off the ground a little bit, don't I? A couple more guns in that area. Unless I'm mistaken this on the type of creation that it is. I don't think so. This has got to be an SV, right? So anyway, yeah, it's definitely an SV. All right. Well, let me adjust the lights. I don't think I'll be able to walk too easily in here, but I'm going to get out of God mode anyway and try to take a look at the interior here. Oh, wow. So yeah, author didn't waste any room on the inside here. So yeah, we've got RCSs and a cores as you walk in, armor locker. Behind the door here looks like we've got a fridge, a constructor, a storage box. Up above that we got fuel and O2 nicely displayed there. We've got this switch here. Not sure what just took place there. I'll keep it on though. It might have turned on some lights or opened up a compartment or something. On the other side we've got our O2 and storage controller and Pentaxid tank. Yeah, so plus a detector, 2 passenger seats. So and that's interesting too. So you can actually get down into the actual cockpit right in front there. And there's oh, that's probably what I opened up, isn't it? Is that what this switch is for? No. Okay. Yeah, there's a louvered door that kind of blocks that off too, that's really cool. Interesting cockpit design there. The cockpit would remind me of one of those, you know, I don't know, some of those attack helicopters that might have like a upper and lower cockpit to them, things like that. So that, yeah, really cool. Really packed dense with functionality items on the interior too. It's a small interior space. I barely even notice a shield right below my feet here. Really cool. Alright, so let's take a look at some specs on this. Some light back on. Alright, so unlock level 17, size class 1, 39 forward, 26 strafing, 22 lift, 16 reverse, 12 down, 7 fuel tanks, 3 oxygen tanks, 5 hour and 7 minute build time. There's a little bit of estrum and zacosium. Quite a barrage of weaponry on here. We got, well, you can kind of read them for yourself there. We got kind of a bunch of different types. So this kind of almost looks like it would be designed with vanilla in mind. I don't know that for sure though. So let's take a look at the CPU. So CPU, I'm not sure on this one. It's exceeding Reforged Eden CPU limitations here, but it doesn't really have the core blocks in it either. So maybe the creation is just kind of meant to not use CPU. I don't know if I want to. I'll probably screw it up if I try to sort all this. Yeah, they got custom groupings in here. I wanted to see what it did have for CPU. Now here, I'll do this for now so it will sort this out. Okay, so it is just running a core. It does not have any additional CPU blocks stock. So that is something to keep in mind if you're going to use this creation in either vanilla with CPU on or Reforged Eden with CPU on. But it kind of looks like it was designed just to work without CPU. And that's fine too. I mean, that's a total option when playing the game. You can just shut that right off and not have to concern yourself with the CPU all the time, which will also reduce the cost of creations quite a bit as well. So again, yeah, very cool looking design. Looks like a neat fighter kind of thing, and it's yeah, it docks very differently as well too. So with the big leg approach there, very cool. Again, the Tsar Triton. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Did I say something wrong here? No, I'm sorry. This is the translated one. I was reading the wrong creation here. This is the Ranger by Santana. Very, very cool. All right, so the next creation, and this one should be the Corsair here. This is the Corsair CV Cruiser RE 1.10 by 6 of 8. And a really cool looking CV going on here. Just want to take a look at its build here. That looks neat. That's got a kind of a cool like gunship look to it. Maybe it's I don't know, just the overall shape and presence of it. Certainly looks like it is designed to do some fairly heavy battle, but I would also say the author has toned it down so it could get into a certain CPU specification, but you can see a lot of additional turret positions throughout the hull, and a lot of these placeholders like antennas probably could be easily swapped out for launchers of various types. Kind of looks like we're dealing with some mining here too. Make sure I'm seeing that right. Nope, these are not miners. Okay, positron beam cannons. So we're definitely a straight up combat focus so far, except for maybe these aren't. Are these mining? Nope, those are positrons as well. Okay, so yeah, this is all about shooting stuff up. I wasn't sure. I mean, sometimes like the position on some of these looked like, yeah, you could have them as like multi-turrets or something like that, I suppose. But I think, yeah, this thing's really more focused on, it looks like fairly high-end combat, I would say, or even just endgame combat, especially with all the extra turret positions and things like that on it. Do have some solar integrated into the hull. We've got a small landing pad on the back. Is that a real long-range radar there? It is. Okay, so we do have the RE long-range radar installed. Again, just a huge amount of turret positions and things like that. Having a design like this really gives you a lot of nice places for turrets, and it kind of keeps them away from the center hull as well, which is a good tactical way to go about building a combat ship. Keep your guns distributed, not super close to each other so they don't chain react. Keep them away from the inner part of the hull where you got your important parts and things like that, and give the AI a lot of things to shoot at. I went out the front end has kind of a lot of that going on as well. I'll fly through the hull on the front in a little bit here and see how that's reinforced there too. I won't doubt that it is reinforced there. Interesting stuff going on here. Let's take a good look at the backside of the ship here too. Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool. I like the ship design on it. It's unique again. Now it looks author really pulled it off. It looks like a pretty high tech, futuristic kind of gunship kind of thing. Really neat looking. I definitely like the design on it. This is a cool angle setup here too with the blocks using kind of the squared off blocks to create that angle here. That looks sharp. Don't see that angle used much in the game with builds and things like that. That's yeah, definitely gives it some really cool shape effects going on there. And this that's a pretty cool looking block formation as well. Yeah, it almost looked like it was a part, like a deco part, but it's not. It's just like the curvy round pipe ends and a couple of the other round supporting blocks there. But yeah, that almost looks like a different thing, the way the author did that up. Have to chalk that one up as another potential block combination. So many. Love to see it too. I love to see the innovation and creativity with different authors, playing with the blocks and coming up with really cool formations like that. We got some LCDs out on the outside here too. What is going on with this? Large generator. Generators upgraded fusion. Oh, okay. So, hold on. Oh yeah, right behind the doors here. Oh, that's interesting. So it's got kind of like a wing area to add a additional generator over here, and obviously some other parts in here too, like a detector and Wi-Fi. Yeah, cool setup here. I like the LCD that kind of give you a heads up about what's going on there, and a lot of upgrades. I expect you can just tell by the amount of parts that were left off intentionally to balance the CPU that it's going to have a lot of upgrades to it. Even the thrusters, if you take a look at these, it's got the smaller ones in place, but these bays are certainly looking like they're set up to hold in the big drive thrusters in there. So I'm sure that's another potential upgrade for the ship here as well. All right, so here, let me adjust the lights, and I'll get out of God mode on this one too. And we'll go take a walk on the inside here. Get up there really dark until I get inside here. Open sesame. There we go. Cool looking hangar there. Looks like we got a lot of stuff in here already. I'm seeing quite a few small shield parts. Cool looking block work throughout. Yeah, another cool looking block formations. Almost kind of look like some, I don't know, shielding in front of the, or I don't know. It's almost making these small shield parts kind of look like big missiles or something like that. It's really cool, really cool. Like the block work on the sides there too. Yeah, a lot of detail throughout here. So also in the hangar, it looks like we got some utility. We got our O2 and a med bay, advanced constructor. Nice looking LCD work around here. So, oh yeah, that's a different way. This is actually informative too, isn't it? So we got deck 2, deck 3, deck 4, and deck 5. Wow, interesting. It's a different way to do that here. Serve you well. Nice little heads up. This is all the upgrade LCDs can be turned off in the P menu. So I think they're here. Let me check the P menu. And here I'm going to turn on a lot of things right now, just to do. Oh, we got some harvest drills on here. Upgrade LCDs is on. Positron turrets. Yeah, a lot of options. Teleporter location. Awesome. Yeah, I love the heads up LCDs indicating that. Deconstructor location, remove 4 wall blocks, so it kind of would recess in there a little bit. Oh, very cool. All right, so here's the doors. Yeah. Oh wait, actually, this is just a. What is this? This is a controller over here and an elevator. Okay, we do have a controller in that location. Let's go up one deck here. For engineering tunnel. Main shield generator. Oh, I kind of love all the heads up displays here. Yeah, a lot of upgrade locations. RTG. Oh, it's even got a place for an RTG. Really well thought out here. We seeing some obvious medium shield parts in this general area of the ship as well. But yeah, just that's a trip. I thought this was a wall. It's not a wall. So we got this interior corridor. Let me crouch. Can I get through here? Can't seem to walk through this, so maybe if I walk a little bit here. No. That's weird. Why is it not letting me walk through there? I think this is like a thin block on the top. I should be able to walk through that though, especially when crouched. But here, let me just God mode through that a second. Get out to this area here. So what do we got here? We got a Bay 2 shield charger array. Okay, so it looks like 2, or actually no, probably like 4 medium shield parts in this general room for your shield chargers. Maybe this behaves differently in space too, but yeah, it's can't seem to crouch through this. So here, let me go back into God mode here. And then we got Bay 3, main generator room. Oh wow, check all this out here. We got a couple big advanced generators up there. We got our pentaxi tank, the main core, and obviously room for 2 more advanced generators in the location. but the overall size of the room kind of looks like we could install a fusion generator or fusion reactor. So yeah, kind of dual purpose. I like how the author did this as well. Obviously, if you run a fusion reactor, that counts as like 5 of these, I think. So you wouldn't want these in here. So the author made the room so it can kind of accommodate both, which is really good idea. Way to use space wisely there. Let me get back into God mode on this part here. And we'll follow this all the way around to, oh wow, another upgrade room here. Bay 4 shield charger array. So this would be, looks like 4 more. No, actually, this actually looks like a big shield part room here. And it looks like we're going to have another one as well. So large shield room. And another large shield part could go here. And I don't think we're done yet. And another one over here. Yeah, very cool. Like the block work around here too. Probably it looked really neat seeing all these parts installed on there. But yeah, you can definitely, obviously it's going to have some amount of shield to start with, but certainly upgradable a lot. The only issue I'm really having though, and I think it looks really cool, but for some reason, coming from this block going into this like double thin block, it's just preventing me from walking through there. Now, maybe if I was flying around in space, it wouldn't be an issue at all, but on planet, oh, you know, I pulled it off that time, so I must have did the jump just right. And I got up on top of there and whatnot. But yeah, very cool there. All right, so let's go up another deck here. So we're up to crew quarters. Nice LCD work there as well. And then here we are. Check that out. Wow, quite a nice kind of immersive crew room here too. A couple bunk beds. We got our whole bathroom arrangement there. Our toilet, our shower. Very cool. A little locker over there. And I think that was it right there. So let's go up here. So it looks like we've got some utility function here, and this is going to go out to the landing pad on the back of the ship. Makes a lot of sense there, so you can get some O2 and get healed up as soon as you walk in. Plus, we got our full-blown medical bay over here. I love seeing this as like a standard feature on most any like you know, all-around kind of ship, or just about every kind of ship I see full medical bay on. So I'm glad to see that. It's really useful parts in here, and I'm sure if you play the game, you know that it's very easy to pick up weird illnesses and all kinds of things. So that's very helpful in dealing with that. And then in here, it looks like we've got this. Certainly looks like it's going to be another upgrade slot. That's interesting. Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry. It's a grow light. So this would be like a 9 grow plot farm area over there. That's kind of an outside window looking out to the wing assembly there. So I believe we're on deck 6 right now. Captain's quarters is this way. Let's follow this through. Ah, look at the captain's room. I like the curvy ceilings and the cool looking stuff going on here. I got our nice table there. We got a nice bathroom over here. Looks like we got our shower right in front, and there's probably a toilet over here, I bet. Yep. But yeah, nice captain's room. We got some wallpaper, or just a little bit over here, kind of a designer wall on the bedside there. And we got our plant, and oh yeah, captain gets his own armor locker. Nice. Yeah, there's a little place like that. It'd be a lot of places to check out on the ship here, for sure. All right, so we're back over here. Let's take the elevator. Nope, I guess we're not taking the elevator there. We got flight deck above. Did I miss something here? I thought we had another elevator to go up some more floors, unless I already made it to the top floor here. bridge could be. Yeah, this would be the landing pad area. So I think that might be the all the different decks here on the ship. Maybe. Oh, wait. Let's... No, probably not. I think you got this area. Ah, yes, of course you got to have the bridge. There. Yeah, so we got a bridge over here. Looks like we got our captain's seat. Some unusual glass. Didn't even really notice that from the outside, but that's some pretty wild glass beams on the inside there. We got our welcome LCD sign here, talking about a lot of the various things here. Even telling you that it's upgrade LCD that you're witnessing. But yeah, what wild glass work in here. And of course, a couple passenger seats, more utility function in the bridge area here. And if we go up one more floor, it looks like we just kind of get a kind of a kitchen chill out place. Bit of a break room type of thing right off the back, and that kind of would probably look over the back landing pad as well. I think is back there, and we got our radar right there. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Definitely like this. Okay, a couple other things I want to look at too, real quick before I look at the stats. I just want to take a look at what's going on the inside hull area here. Seeing what kind of blocks we're looking at here. So it looks like we're kind of doing some steel. Got some hardened steel. Oh, look at this, a big layer of like lag shot block, and then it kind of gets into finally gets into this area here, and still running some hardened steel blocks on the front side of this room. So yeah, definitely a mixed hull material. Of course, you know, it would be, I think we'd all, or most of us would probably like if we could just build these things out of like full-on combat steel, but then it would be too heavy and too hard to move around, especially in Reforged Eden. So that would be a problematic thing to do at this point in time. But yeah, it looks really cool. A lot of serious upgrades you can do to this ship, and things like that. I believe I probably missed something on the inside too. I don't recall now seeing like a core room. I'm sure it has one. But anyway, let's take a look at some numbers here. So start with unlock level 25, size class 7, 46 forward, 23 strafing, 23 lift, 46 reverse, and 23 down. Again, quite a lot of weapons on here stock, including 3 drill modules. Got 4 sentry guns on there, 18-hour and 30-minute build time. Going to use about 5,000 estrum and zacosium. Of course, 14 fuel tanks, 5 oxygen tanks. Balanced out CPU at 2.1 million, or Reforged Eden Core 9 specifications. Stock shield on here is 36,050, and obviously we had a lot of P menu options here with turning different types of weapon sets on, and also viewing like upgrade LCDs and power management with constructors, even long range radar, things like that. Storage wise, basically labeled cargo set up here too. Yeah, so we got a main cargo at 640, additional cargo at 352, harvest cargo at, or harvest bay at 320k, 2 320k ammo bays, and yeah, very nicely labeled and color coded and all, really easy to read. I definitely like that. You're not scrolling around trying to figure out what this is and that is. It's just kind of done for you. Another nice option on a CV or workshop creation for to be used by other players and things like that. So again, yeah, very cool creation here. This is the Corsair CV Cruiser RE 1.10 by 6 of 8. Very cool. Very cool. All right, so the next creation here, we're back into the SV zone. This one here is the DSC Dragonfly S by Shiloh. Shiolle, or Shiley. I'm saying it wrong. I apologize. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering the name there. But let's take a look at this SV. This is kind of an interesting design setup. It kind of looks like it's meant to carry, I don't know, another SV or HV on its back. It's got some ramps back over there and things like that. Other than that, yeah, more of like a almost like a transport style SV, but it kind of again shaped a little bit like a fighter as well. Pretty interesting there. So we got it, yeah, our cockpit on the front there. Looks like we got a storage controller underneath a door, or a storage controller underneath the door there. Some down thrust. I like the landing gear design. On the underside, it looks like we got some fixed weapon mount positions. I think those would work. Yeah, they got clear line of sight right out the front of the creation. So potential weapon upgrade slot area there. It's going to be doing the gray, white, black, and red color scheme, which actually looks pretty cool. I like the little subtle details, like how the front of this thruster area was painted black. Give it that, that variety in the mixer. I think that definitely looks cool. And this is pretty interesting feature here too, where you can kind of looks like you could drive a tank or something right up here, park it right on the back, and then you could fly up and jump into the cockpit and take off. So it almost looks like it's more of a landing craft. I don't see. Obviously, you can add some fixed guns to it and things like that. But I would say its primary goal is to be that of a landing craft, like a transport. And it certainly looks like could park any number of most tanks or something like that that aren't gigantic. You could fit back here. Your average size tank definitely would fit there. That's a pretty good sized landing pad on it. Yeah, really cool, innovative creation here. Got some other little details going on here too. It looks like we've got a place for a C. Could be a constructor. Oh, I went out. We got a lot of upgrade slots in this creation here. Looks like around the back area, another open slot area here to access some fuel. Got one on this side here as well for a P. Could be in Pentaxi tank. This might be. It's very well. Kind of looks like it's meant for you to remove this block so you have enough room. Like if I removed this one here, let me see if I can do that with a CV block, and then the ones on the side, yeah, then you could fit a constructor in here, and that's probably what the C is standing for. Same goes for the P, which is probably a Pentaxi tank. Yeah, so you could, and yeah, obviously all these metal frame pieces you see on the inside, you could remove them all and really lay in a lot more parts. So that's pretty interesting setup there on how the author did that. So does have a lot of upgrade potential. It doesn't really, obviously there's a lot of different parts that could fit in those spaces. You could put in a shield, you could put in generators, you could put in CPU blocks, just a lot of different things can fit in that area, including obviously a taxi tank and constructor as labeled. But yeah, really cool option there. This also looks like it's kind of a removable block, maybe to add in some more forward thrust here on the wingtips. Yeah, very cool creation. It's not what I thought it was. When I looked at the picture, I thought it was going to be more of a traditional fighter, and it's not really that at all. It's kind of a pretty cool, interesting landing craft. Definitely like that. Let's take a look at some numbers here. So we are unlock level 7, size class 1, 21.4, 9 strafing, 53 lift, 15 reverse, 19 down, 3 fuel tanks, 5 oxygen tanks, hour and 9-minute build time. Yeah, dirt cheap too. If you take a look at the specifications here, iron, carbon, copper, and silicon. And that's it. Nothing else needed really here. CPU wise, really light on CPU as well. So it doesn't even have a basic CPU core in it. So again, kind of a utility early game type of creation here. I mean, it's a little bit more expensive than the scout craft that we looked at a little bit earlier, but this serves a different functionality. In fact, it could move that scout craft around, or it could probably move the tank over there by Ente as well, which is pretty slick. And it's got a lot of lift thrust to be able to carry a fair amount of weight as well. Storage wise, let's see what you got going on here. Wait a minute, of course, I'm looking at the DSC. There it is. Okay, so we got 1500 for ammo controller. Got a container controller as well at 5K in it. So yeah, it can move around some cargo. It does have the ammo controller installed in case you're going to add some guns, and obviously there's some fixed weapon mount locations over there as well. And yeah, I'm pretty sure if you really wanted to, you could certainly plop a couple, maybe a turret or something on the front area here if you really wanted to get some more guns on there. But again, it really is more of a utility transport type of creation here. Really cool, really cool. So again, this is the DSC Dragonfly S by I'm going to try this again. Shioli. I think that's closer than what I said the first time, but probably not quite right. But anyway, very cool creation. Nice innovative design here. I definitely like that. Looks like it would function and work pretty well as well. All right, so the last creation here today. This is back into the CB realm. This is the DSEV RE2 Fossors, or Fossores, MK3S by Seraphim. And this one, I do believe this is kind of set up to be a CV miner, maybe. But it just doesn't have the miner stuff installed there. Instead, it has antenna placeholders at the moment. But I'm just guessing by what I see on the front end. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but it certainly kind of looks like it could be a miner. This looks really cool on the side here. I tell you what really is making this dial in here is these texture lights in combination with the background color, and of course a lot of deco parts and things in there, and then this really cool looking LCD. They all blend together so nicely on that side area, and that just looks sharp. I really think that looks really cool the way that was done up there. And then of course on the rest of the hull of the ship we got quite a bit of things going on to look at. Some different color texture lights and things like that. Even like got some red and yellow, blue, a little bit of cyan. So quite a bit of different colors. And we got kind of that shielded setup there where you got like a top, well, I wouldn't say shielded, but more of like an armor piece on the top and bottom. And it's kind of wedging the internal parts together there and kind of protecting them. So at the back too, it kind of looks, oh, this is pretty interesting layout. So you got some ladders going up to this catwalk over here, and a secondary ladder getting up into the back of the ship. We also got a spotlight up there. That's actually a pretty cool looking glass like canopy over that back area there as well. Pretty good forward thrust. Obviously some defensive guns around here as well. It's like couple flak turrets, drone defense, I would say, for the most part. So it looks like a drone defense layout. Now the top side, that's a really cool cut-in landing pad there with going around the curve there with the texture lights on the sides. It's pretty slick there, and obviously a way into the ship up here as well. But yeah, I would definitely say if that this is really kind of set up to be a pretty high-end CV miner, is what I'm gathering here. If all these antenna pieces were replaced with drills, you'd have a pretty nice drill layout on the front, and also have your first-person cockpit right there in the center, so it's really easy to see what you're doing. All right, well, I'm just kind of looking around the sides. I didn't see any other ways in besides the landing pad and that back ladder area. There might be more. I don't know if they're here yet or not. So what is going on? We got some. What is this? What is this? This. Oh, that's just a block. For a second there, I thought this was like a louvered, one of the like louvered ramps. So I was trying to open it, but no, it's just a block. What a deception. Okay, I'm just blind. All right. Anyway, let me adjust the lighting, and we'll get aboard this. Trying to get it somewhere in there. I'm taking way too long with that. All right, there we go. Open sesame. Oh wow, check this out. I wasn't sure what to expect on the interior, but this looks totally different than what I had envisioned. This looks really cool, yeah, with the red lighting and this glass walkway suspended over like an engineering area. You can see a lot of parts in here too. And then we got some LCDs on the back there. Yeah, really cool. We even got offline protection there. It's probably long-range radar, I'm guessing. Maybe. We've got a lot of upgrade parts in there. We'll have to find a way down into engineering. I'll look at that with more detail once I find a way in there. And we got stuff above us too. It looks like some more catwalks and balconies, and yeah, really, really interesting entry point. Is that our main core? I think that's our main core right up there. And this goes to a lounge here, it sounds like. Oh, wow. Look at this. I like the time on there. Yeah, again, I had no idea what to expect on the inside of the ship. And yeah, just this is pretty wild. This is yeah, a big like a lounge area over here. Obviously we're gonna have a lot of part upgrades and things like that. Wait, is this a lounge area? Well, no, actually this is we got a medical bay over here. And yeah, this is kind of loungy, isn't it? We got our couches and plants and TV over on this side. And yeah, more of that over here. Big old window there. See the sunset fitting. Yeah, a lot very nice looking area too. I love these LCDs in here, and obviously we got a balcony up there too. I'll stay on this floor before I go up the balcony yet and walk into the production area. It looks like in this part of the ship, and it certainly looks like you could. Oh, maybe not. Well, we got 2 advanced constructors right now, but I'm sure if you really wanted to add some more production in here, you do have a little bit of extra room. You could probably do that as well. And all right, so yeah, nicely labeled controllers in there. Oh my goodness. Now we're getting to the bridge here. Sorry for the clutter. These 2 scripts are for full HD 1920 by 1080 pilots. Talking about copying and pasting text here. Yeah, so it sounds like it has some scripting options as well. I've been seeing that more and more on some other ships, which sounds like a pretty cool idea. There's like some other ships, like you can autofill like maybe fuel and O2 on docked creations and things like that, which would be, you know, really, really cool stuff. I really got to dive into that sometime. I haven't really thought about it or checked into it too much yet, but it's really cool. Nice heads-up display over here. Looks like we got some optional switches as well for crafting and gravity on that side. Speaking of P menu options, let's take a look. Oops. What is going on here? So yeah, let me turn that on. Public cargo, public O2 spawn, public doors. Public doors. Wow, this thing has a lot of different options going on here. Defense options, drill ice, drill manual, radar, engines basic, engines extra, script things for the cargo and the HUD. Yeah, lots and lots of options on the ship here in the P menu setup here. Alright, so let's go back over here. Let's go up one of these staircases here. To it looks like just kind of a top balcony, kind of overlooking the lounge slash the production area, all the different stuff over here. And okay, that's some piping right in front of me there. Oh, wait a minute, check this out. We got a captain's quarters over here. We probably have some crew room on the other side, I would bet. Not sure. Oh wow, look at this. Wow, the captain's really got it. He's got a nice setup. He can pick between either toilet or maybe he shares the space. It kind of looks like actually he could fit more people in here. Maybe he has people over. I don't know. There's only 1 bed, 2 toilets, so pretty interesting. A nice looking area though. I mean, everything in here is styled really, really nice. I love this glasswork peering into the inner part of the ship as well. And And the cantina area down there, yep. Let me go to the other side real quick. Oh, yeah, so yeah, quite a bit different layout over here. So we got our teleporter. And looks like we got some upgrade slots back in here, too. Looks like for a place for maybe some aux core. And then we have our commander's quarters. Interesting. So a captain and a commander. Looks like he's got the, does it say commander on the other side too? Am I just, no, it does say captain. Okay. Just had to check that out. But yeah, really cool layout here. I love how all this stuff is kind of going around the hangar. Well, not a hangar. But yeah, this area back over here, really cool looking. A lot of detail work going on in here, plus all your utility function as well. All right, so what I did want to do, I guess I'm back in God mode here. I did want to go down, and I want to check out the engineering area here from ground level. So we got a shield, gravity generator. Advanced generator right up there. Looks like, oh, maybe not. I was wondering if there's like another slot there for another advanced generator, but I don't think so. Over here we've got some CPU locations, quite a bit actually. You could add in a lot of different CPU blocks there. And what is this? Here is back end of a thruster. Some CPU core blocks in that area. Obviously our warp drive and pentaxid tank kind of laid out in the middle here. Let's get over to the other side. Add more places for CPU. So this part here, that's 5 blocks, isn't it? So almost looks like it's set up for, I don't know, we've got, yeah, that is a long-range radar, but it kind of looks like, here, I'm going to remove it a second. Sorry. Can I? Oh, I bet you the shield's on. Just take this out. I want to see what it says underneath here. Radar. Oh, radar. Okay, the radar was already there. It's such a big, like a 5 by 5 area. I was just kind of wondering if it was somehow designed to hold like some other big part, like a fusion reactor or something. But no, it actually wouldn't fit in there very well anyway. So yeah, anyway, really cool ship here. Just so much to see on these creations. Again, a lot of detail going on in here, and some just on other things that can enhance the detail. I'm seeing it with the lighting effects. You see the especially using like certain pieces like railings, you can see the shadows that are projected across the front here, and that you know, if you can use shadows to your advantage, that is definitely a neat way to up the you know, make it visually look better yet, with lighting tricks and shadows and stuff like that. That's a really cool option to use on a lot of these creations, and I think it always adds detail. I mean, look at all the design you got going on the back wall without having the block work actually doing it. It's all the shadow lines that are projected over that, which is just, again, a really cool option. In fact, over here too, kind of here, I guess I'm back in God mode, but oh, I didn't even notice that. So from, well, actually this doesn't really connect. When I first came in the ship, I walked through this glass corridor. This is actually getting into the upper levels of the engineering area, which has more stuff back over here. Oh, look at that. You've got kind of an area there for a turby? I don't know what that is. Oh, turbine. Small turbine here. Turbine. Not a turbine. A turbine. Big difference. Okay, can place shield generator. 2x. Okay, interesting. So yeah, we have more upgrade slots back over there. And this is separated from that hallway that first took us in the ship. Yeah, really wild. Yeah, definitely like that. It's not what I expected on the inside. I didn't know what to expect. I guess it is a fairly good-sized ship. Definitely has a lot of room in there, and really cool-looking hull layout as well. But, I'd probably still think that this was more, yeah, mining and rescue. Yeah, right there. I was going to say this certainly looks like it was a mining ship. Just a pretty deluxe one on the inside there. Anyway, let's take a look at some numbers. So start with unlock level 25, size class 5, 131 forward, 66 strafing, 131 lift, 66 reverse, 131 down. So yeah, some beefy thrust. 10-hour and 15-minute build time. Excuse me, my voice is slipping up there. Got a little bit of Estrum and Zacosium in there, about a little under 3,000. And then our 4 minigun turrets, 4 flak turrets, pretty much nice drone defense layout, covering the hull and things like that, and shooting stuff behind you and whatnot to do the mining operations, keep you safe while doing it. Let's take a look at the main here. Obviously, there's a lot of P menu options. 5800 on the stock shield. CPU wise, it is. This might. No, it had some additional shield parts and stuff in it, didn't it? So this would be Reforged Eden. It does look like it would need a little bit more CPU. Hold on, how is this? Oh wow. So in the devices is all light color. Has some. I hate messing this up, but then I don't know where to find stuff if I don't mess it up. I just was curious at what it had for CPU cores in here. I'm going to do this. This is going to kind of break what's here, but yeah. So we got. Okay, so this is probably also set up for what is it? Project Eden 2. And it's something I didn't understand. I looked at a ship last week that had this kind of setup, and I didn't know what was going on. But there's a justifiable reason for that. I'm probably not looking at it in the right light. So please disregard the CPU on this one. It's going to be using a newer setup here, where you can actually run more than one basic CPU core on the ship and things like that. So there is that. One last notable thing, it does have a couple extra open turret mounts over here too. But yeah, I'll have to a little scared too, because I'm trying to show everything in one setting, and I usually just pick your standard Reforged Eden as the display thing, but it sounds like I might have to look at things a little differently in the future, and learn some of the new specs as well, because I haven't messed with it yet. Honestly, I've been sucked away in a Creel project, and haven't really done much else as of late. But yeah, anyway, very, very cool. Let's look at one last thing here. Oh, I don't see it now. Yeah, I do, right there. No, this is not that one. What is this? Is that this? I was gonna look at the storage. Yeah, this is probably the storage. The name here is not. Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah. This is Never mind. I was looking at the XII RE2 first, and not the rest of the name of the ship. So here is our storage. So yeah, we got 640K cargo, 320K harvest, another cargo at 640. A lot of public loot out there. Cargo out at, that's interesting. Box, so we got 320K ammo storage as well. So yeah, pretty nicely set up here. It just has all these public loot and public deck areas, and some unusual naming here, like data and objectives. That's actually kind of a thing. There is a lot of parts like that in the game now too. So if you're going to sort that out in your inventory system, it would make sense to actually have a box or something called that. So again, very, very cool. Sorry about the specifications. I'm probably getting it a little bit wrong, especially with CPU and things like that. I gotta do a little bit more learning here again on all that new stuff that I just have not been messing with. But again, the XII RE2 4 source MK3-S by Seraphim. Very, very cool. CB miner, deluxe miner. A lot of A lot of stuff going on in there. Other than that, that is all I've got for today. I'll probably try to show an update on a Creel POI I've been working on probably Monday, if you're following any of that or not. And I apologize also yesterday too. I was going to try to do a build video on what I was doing there. And I worked on one area of the POI and it probably took 4.5 hours. And I didn't want to do a video on that. It was just too much time and messing around. So sorry about that again. I fail on a lot of build videos because it just takes way longer than I can do in like YouTube videos, or willing to do with like a YouTube video. It would be very boring stuff going on there, and that's kind of why I'm really reluctant once I record something to do I want to upload that or just pretend it didn't happen. So I kind of did that option again where I sort of just didn't upload it. Maybe I should change that, but it would be about a 4.5 hour video doing a particular room area on a POI. I can't imagine myself watching it. I can't imagine anyone else would want to watch it either. Other than that, that is it for this week. Again, awesome creations. Just a whole bunch of different creations. Actually, I kind of got it a little bit wrong. There was, versus the average week, there was a pretty high number of smaller creations like your SVs or HVs in this one, but it still had 3 pretty good size CVs in the mix up here too. But other than that, y'all have yourself a great day. I will talk to you later.